This week I really enjoyed the self-awareness discussion and just learning a little bit about myself and also my classmates through that activity. I thought it was nice to answer those questions and just dig a little bit deeper and read through what everybody else had to say and just learn more about how we all see ourselves and how we see one another and how we feel other people might see us. So that was just a really interesting perspective to see this week. I also enjoyed one of the specific questions that gave us the permission to dream freely about our future careers. It was really interesting to see where everybody hoped to see themselves, and it was fun to see my own life in the future, where it could possibly go, so I enjoyed that. Something I already knew this week but didn't use these specific words for were the concepts of SFDs and the story I'm telling myself. I think that's something that we all do, or most of us do, is make something up in your head when you're feeling frustrated. But I really appreciated the way that Brené Brown articulated it and how she encourages us to have the confidence to use that terminology when you're in communication with someone else and say, this is the story I'm telling myself, rather than just continuing to tell it to yourself, but actually sharing that thought process with somebody else. And I think that that is the main concrete way that my leadership can change moving forward, is sharing my SFDs and stories I'm telling myself with others. I have an anxiety disorder, so I tend to have a lot of SFDs and stories that I'm telling myself. I have a lot of maladaptive thought processes and just things that are not true that get stuck in my head, and I tend to get very caught up on them, and it can cause me to miss out on things or pull back from people, whatever it may be, because I'm just believing something that logically I know is not true, but I'm just telling it to myself. So I really, really enjoyed that section of this reading, and it was really valuable for me. So I want to change my leadership communication by using Brené's wording to be more clear, more kind. And what I'm lacking this week is, as I've said before, experience. In this program, I'm constantly self-conscious about being at the very beginning of my professional journey. I just started working as an occupational therapist, in the last week or two, and so I'm always worrying about my ability to complete a capstone program, develop a program or business model in our 764 course, and do leadership work alongside all of my classmates who have already accomplished so many of these things. But I'm trying to reframe this thinking as an opportunity, the opportunity to learn from all of them and be supported by all of them. I know, like Nicole, for example, is a board certified pediatric OT, and so having her in the cohort is really beneficial to me, just having started in my very first position as a peds therapist, knowing that if I have something that I'm struggling with, she's there as a resource. And that's just one example. I know that everybody in the cohort is available to me to be a support, be a resource, and everyone has their strengths and areas of expertise. So I'm just grateful that those are all my supporters and my colleagues throughout this course, throughout this program. So I'm trying to view it as an opportunity. And a resource that I need to be successful on that journey, of course, is my classmates. I'm already feeling like I know everyone, or I'm getting to know everyone. I wasn't prepared for everyone in this program to feel like real people, if that makes sense. I've been engaged in in-person learning for the last 5 years, and I was expecting to jump into this program and have everyone just be a name on a discussion board, but I feel like I'm getting to know everyone's lives and stories and career experiences and their journeys, and it truly does feel like I have this supportive network of therapists that I'm learning alongside. So I'm just grateful for that, and I'm looking forward to continuing to have this network with me to support my continued journey, and so that as I gain experience, I can support them in my ways.